大家好，这节我们介绍一下职场英语，其实是谈一些软件认证。软件认证当中的压力测试，我们想用这个英语来介绍，因为我们在这个作为工程师啊，在这个跟国外这个外商啊进行交流的时候，其实这不单单是你要有专业的知识，其实还要有一些专业的词汇。所以说，有的工程师其实自己的技术水平非常高，但是说因为这个专业的词汇掌握的不是太多，所以说在这个听说的时候要有很多困难。实际上，在平时应该多练这方面的这个桌听，可能会对开这个国际会议的时候还是会有一些帮助。Today we talk about software validation. As an example, is a software stress test. You can see this figure is a V model. V model is used for the software validation. It's it's a good example for that. The software V model, this V model, shown in this figure, maybe considered as an extension of the waterfall but with the process step bent afterwards after coding phase. To form the typical V shape, the V model demonstrates the relationships between each phase of the development life cycle and associated testing phase. We can see left side. Left side, in fact, it's show that software architecture analysis. This side, in fact, it belongs to the software architecture analysis. First one is business requirements. Business requirements is from your customer. You should change your customer needs into the business requirements. And the system requirements, this in fact it is specification, from your customer requirements. Software engineer, they should turn it into the system requirements. In other words, is a specification. In other words, is a technical specification. And then to the next step is high-level design. In other words, it's architecture design. High-level design is belong to architecture design for the software. And then low-level design. Low-level design is belong to the detail. In other words, use the detailed design. And then coding, you type the programming. On the right side is belong to the testing. These business requirements compare to that user acceptance test plan, user acceptance test plan, and acceptance testing. And specification, in other words, system requirements. This means black box test plan. For the system testing may be something. In other words, it belongs to black box or suggest testing. This belongs to integration test plan. Integration test plan. And this belongs to the unit test plan. You know this between that compare from this to this test. Unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. System testing, in other words, in some company they use the black box or suggest testing. Tonight we will discuss software suggest testing. This is integration test. Maybe it's this all the same name. Unit testing. In some company, they also use the unit testing. In other words, is code reviews or unit testing, or in other words, is static analysis. Okay. Now we turn into the detailed information. Detailed information. Yeah, we talk about the software suggest testing. The first question is we should consider it. What is software suggest testing? Software suggest testing is the activity where the software is subject to the worst case votes and considers to exploit weakness and vulnerability in the design. We repeat. Software stress testing is the activity where the software is subjected to the worst-case laws and conditions to exploit the weakness and vulnerabilities in the design. Now, the intent of the software stress testing is twofold. Twofold means double. Sometimes we also use the twofold, means double. One is robustness. Verify the ECU performs as expected under stress conditions. 2. Elasticity. You know, elasticity means rubber. Verified software will return to the normal operational state after stress is removed. Robustness means verify the issue performed as expected under the stress condition. Now, for the company, OEM company will ask the requirements for the supplier. One is the requirements for suggest testing plan. The supplier self-develop suggest testing plan with the detailed procedure that meet quality requirements for component method present. This is one. 2. Supplier self-utilize the software architecture analysis document to aid the development to suggest testing plan, which should, at minimum, provide focused software suggest testing at software interface such as 1. Driver interface, 2. Software to software layer interactions, 3. Hardware to software layer interactions, 4. Memory configuration and management, 3. The supplier also should submit a stress testing procedure to OEM, the expert, before starting the stress test. 1. Preliminary plan shall provide to the IV bench delivery. IV means integration vehicle. In other words, before the OEM build the vehicle, the supplier should provide preliminary plan to the OEM. 2. Detailed plans shall provided prior to the IVGA delivery. IVGA delivery. IV means integration vehicle. GA means assembly, gate assembly. 4. Supplier should notify the expert, OEM expert of the software suggest test schedule within the template and provide regularly update of its status. 5. Supplier shall complete a round of suggest testing before every bench MRD. 6. Supplier shall complete additional suggest testing if software changes are made. Test plan is modified or feature functions are turned on after initial tests are run. 7. Any pause-based tests shall be repeated while sweeping the starting time referenced relative to the module wake-up shutdown. Now we talk about the requirements for suggest testing procedure. Supplier is responsible for the developing software suggest testing procedure based on the requirements presented in this section. A starting template is referenced in Appendix D. 1. Suggest test requirements. Supplier shall develop and perform any worst-case test necessary as it related to the following items. 1. Memory handling. 2. CPU load throughput. 3. Input overload, input noise, input faults. 4. Output faults. 5. File management system. 6. Bus faults. 7. Overloading of interrupts. 8. Programming, reprogramming scenarios. 9. Startup, shutdown procedures. 10. Brownout over voltage conditions. All observation of failure shall be documented and reported to OEM expert. Okay, it's finished today.